And the bottom line is, there is an area of the brain associated with we think of it as the reward center, and using functional magnetic resonance imaging, we watch that center light up, become excited by simple acts of writing a check to a charity that you care about. So we are, as human beings, hardwired to be sharers, to be givers, and we are rewarded for it. When we see that area light up, you know what follows? All those natural, good-feeling endorphins, the body's natural opiates, begin to bathe the system. So it isn't just, this makes me feel good. It is a very real, of course you feel good. You have those chemicals being poured into your system now.
Right.
And there's another important thing there. Feeling good is nice, but it's more than nice. The body basically has two budgets analogous to a government. It has a budget for growth and it has a budget for defense. When we feel good, we're in growth and everything works optimally. When we're in defense, when there's fear, anger, stress, tension, anxiety, what happens is we shut down the optimal operation of our endocrine, our immune, and our autonomic nervous system, which obviously impacts our health, well-being, and longevity. So, feeling good has more benefits to it than just that feels good.
I just had to say to what Eldon was speaking to, not only in 4 or 5 months now have I changed, my life and my attitude about who I am, but I was on 14 different medications before I began. And I'm now down to 1. Not only did I get rid of those medications, but my blood pressure medication, which was the most, most intense, for the first time, I went and my blood pressure was normal, and I got off the medication. And, the psychologist who I was seeing, she didn't think I've ever had a patient that I've come out with homework. And so I just want to say that, yes, you are so right that the mental just follows the physical. And when you start to feel good, your body turns into a different place.
Amen, amen. Now, very well. Now, what is Amy's sister's name?
My name is Pamela.
Hi, Pamela.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
It's indeed mine. My latest book, I Believe When What You Believe Matters, turns out, in my view, after 30 years of hard research, to say believing in yourself always matters, and it always matters at all levels of our being. We have this hard research that shows a multiple personality disordered patient in one personality can have an eye color of blue and then the next brown. Snap your fingers. As quick as they change personality, eye color changes. Another patient can have a cancerous tumor on their arm the size of a baseball. Switch personality, the tumor disappears. Normal blood sugar to hypoglycemic, change person. What happens when you change a personality is that you change your belief about who you are. When you change the belief about who you are, and we're seeing from the new research also that personality not only can be changed, but when you do change your personality, of all the things that can contribute to your well-being, there is nothing that contributes more than that. So when we make this change of personality, when we shift how we view ourselves, how we see ourselves, everything in our life changes. So, as Pamela says, there is a genuine reciprocity between the mind and the body. If the mind fakes a smile, the brain doesn't know we're faking it. Just that facial expression triggers the release of feel-good endorphins from the brain. But the brain, in turn, can turn around and influence the body directly. And changing these little beliefs about ourselves and about what our worth is and why we live, they change everything about our wellness, our longevity, etc. In fact, before I leave that subject, in my view, there is a seminal study that looked at this. David Phillips at UC San Diego said, if belief has such a powerful role on wellness, on who we are. I should be able to see that if I go to China and I look at historical data, because in China, under the birth signs, where there's a great deal of belief invested in this system, people are, their birth sign tells them what their vocation will be and what they'll die of. So I should be able to go and find a correspondence. If I look back into the records 50, 100 years, and I pull this data up, if they were born under a birth sign that said they would live long and happy, irrespective, and die in their sleep, that should be what happened. If the birth sign said they'd die of cancer, or they'd die of pulmonary disease, cardiac disease, that's what I should find. And you know what he found? Exactly that. That's the power our beliefs